I think the tone over there has shifted in the last couple of days, which we'll get to here in a second. But Christopher Gasper joins us here from the Globe. Chris, you are among those who think that this team is not worth investing in, correct?
I would not do a rental. I mean, if you can make a move that makes the team better right now and in the future, sure. But in terms of just as a one-off, no, I don't think they're worth investing in as a one-off just for this season. Do you want me to tell you why?
Yes, of course. I want you to tell me.
Okay. I'm not sold on this. I think this is a house of cards and it's going to collapse. And I'll give you a couple of reasons. One, you know what the Red Sox record is against teams that are below 500 so far?
It's poor. It's poor.
No, their record against teams below 500.
Below 500 is good.
They probably clean up against them.
Exactly. Not only is it very good, it's the best in Major League Baseball. They're 35-15. That's a 700 winning percentage. They also happen to have the best record in Major League Baseball in one-run games this year. 11-5, 688 winning percentage. So those are things, if you're Craig Breslow, you look at that, and this is what the analytics people will say, well, the one-run thing is a lot of luck, and that's going to even out. And then there's this. They're 16-26 in games against teams that are above 500 this season. That winning percentage is 380. That's 25th in baseball. But let me give you the teams that have worse ones out of the 30 clubs. The only teams that are worse than that against teams that are 500 or above, every single one of them is at least 10 games below 500 and not even sniffing the playoff race. The Nationals, the Marlins, the Los Angeles Angels, the A's, and the White Sox. And oh, by the way, has anybody noticed while you've been beating up on the Marlins and A's that the Astros are actually closer to you at 2.5 games than you are to the Yankees, who are 3.5 games, that the Astros just swept the Marlins, and that the Astros have the A's in their division, so they're going to keep playing them. And yes, you did beat the Yankees, but the Yankees have been bad for a while now. The Yankees are 0-7-1 in their last 8 series. So while their record says they're above 500, they're not playing like that. They're playing like another bad team. So much like Craig Breslow, I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold that this is a team worth investing in and worth going out of your way to make sure you add to at the trade deadline.
What's it going to take, though, Chris? Because if even I can come around, and that's saying something, because, again, I've been with you on this illusion of contention thing that Shaughnessy said these last couple of years and thinking it's a crock. But when they have pitchers like Tanner Houck, who's a legitimate Cy Young candidate, and some, young players or young-ish type players that could use some playoff experience and some seasoning. I know Duran's 27, but I'm thinking of him, Rafaela, some others. Not to mention the fact the American League blows. Why not this year?
So I'll say this. I think the player development piece of this is real, and it's my favorite part of the season. I think what you're seeing from Rafaela and Houck and Durant, I think that's all legit. I just think the team still has too many holes around those guys to be able to be considered a contender that you want to mortgage stuff for and want to move potential assets that could help you down the line to get somebody who can come in and help you long term. Like the way they made the Chris Sale trade, right? When they moved off of Yohan Moncada and Michael Kopech. There might be something like that that helps you short term and long term. For me, I need to see more out of the starting rotation outside of Houck. I just don't think there's enough there, and I don't think that you're going to be able to find what you really need at the trade deadline and basically in the trade market, something that's going to make a huge difference. And can I just say one more thing on the idea, because Felger, I know you've been big on this, so I'll engage you directly on this. The idea that, if they make the playoffs, that really helps you and expedites your plan and all the experience and all that.
Yeah, winning's good.
Is it? I mean, winning is a good thing, but how much
good.
has it expedited the plan of the Arizona Diamondbacks? They made the World Series last year. They're basically a 500 team. Corbin Carroll had the season that Duran was having last year. He was Rookie of the Year. He had all that playoff experience, played in the World Series.
So they should have sold last year and not gone to the World Series.
This year he has a 600 OPS.
So they should have sold last year and not gone to the World Series. That was a bad thing.
No, I'm just telling you, it has 0.0 to do with development or expediting your plan. It's a nice little season, and you can enjoy it, but that has it made the team better? Have guys develop faster? No.
I get to enjoy a World Series season. Well, there's that. I didn't realize that is actually in the. So you're saying that I follow a baseball team and they go to a World Series and I get to treat that as a good thing?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting. Because there's a case to be made that it's not a good thing.
No, that's good, but it's not good long term. It's a short term we live in an instant gratification society. It's instant gratification, but it in no way, shape, or form indicates that moving forward, suddenly your team is on a different path or a faster path to consistent contention.
Winning's good. Winning's a good thing. And sometimes you need to lose at a high level to win at a high level the next time around. Winning's good. And going to the World Series is good. That's why we're in this. That's why we follow it. That's why you run the team. Could you be more dispassionate to turn around and say what Arizona did last year? In the end of the day, really, what good was that?
No, it was fun. The fans,
are you a sports fan or what?
It's funny. If you were in the first segment, you accused Joe of being, you said you're a sports talk show host, not a fanboy. Now you're a total fanboy. Oh, the World Series. Wee, that's great. No analysis about it. Wee, we made the
World Series is good for the talk show.
I'm just giving you facts. It did not really expedite the development of the Arizona Diamondbacks this year. They haven't lifted off because they made the World Series last year. Their young players haven't developed faster. In fact, they've taken a step back. So I'm just saying, that's one of the reasons they should invest.
So it's not.
It didn't help them.
It didn't help them. So just as well, they should have lost and drafted higher.
It was enjoyable for the fans. It did nothing for player development.
I don't know that that's the case either, Chris. Sometimes you pop and you take a step back and then you come back the next year. You let that all play out. Going to the World Series is a good thing. On no planet is someone going to convince me otherwise of that. I just think that's poppycock. And if you're in the playoffs, you owe it no matter what you think or the numbers say or certain records say. If you're in it, you're in it. And you owe it to your fans who pay the freight to try and do as well as you can without getting stupid. They're not going to get stupid, of course they're not. I would rent in a heartbeat if it meant going to the World Series, even if it meant losing it, because that's still actually a good thing, I thought.
Yeah, but for the fans. So it's enjoyable. It's a nice little moment in time, and I am still a fan. God. I'm just telling you that, from a player development standpoint and what you're trying to accomplish, there is no correlation between making the playoffs or the World Series and better development or faster development. Doesn't exist.
I want my young players to experience that level of baseball, and I think in the long run it's going to help them. But that's just me. That's just dumb. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
How is it possible that Tanner Houck, Duran, and Rafaela, who were all on a last-place team last year that was playing out the string down the stretch, are all having these great seasons? How did they ever do it without being in the playoffs or without playing in a World Series? I don't understand how they managed to improve on a last-place team last year and play this year much better. Wow. Without the benefit of the playoffs or the World Series.
According to you, they better not make the World Series because that's really going to set them back. Wow. Guys, make sure you don't go on a run to the World Series because according to Chris, it's actually going to hurt you. That's brilliant. That's great. You're being a sarcastic douche about it, so I'm just following your lead. That's what you were doing. That's exactly what you know. It's going to hurt them, just like the kid in Arizona. I was listening to you. I got it. No, it's okay.
Sarcastic douche, I learned from the best. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Red Sox analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.